There are some big changes coming to Modern Warfare 2 with Season 1 Reloaded, so I wanted to get you guys up to speed, give you guys all the news and updates with all the new content that's coming to the game. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this type of stuff, make sure to drop a like, subscribe if you want to stay up to date with everything related to Modern Warfare 2, and let's get into it. So first things first, Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 Reloaded is going to be dropping next Wednesday on the 14th. The exact timing, according to Infinity Ward, is going to be December 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. I'm sure if there's any kind of preloading that has to be done for this update, it'll probably be at least a day or two in advance. On their official blog post, it says that this is going to be a mid-season update that also brings a high-stakes biological laboratory to DMZ, which is this building called Building 21, and a limited-time Warzone Cup game mode to Warzone 2, plus get Modern Warfare 2 to access the first Special Ops raid and a reimagined Shipment in multiplayer and receive bonuses for Warzone 2. Okay, so right off the bat, I just want to point out that it's kind of weird that this is Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 Reloaded, but they're kind of structuring this in such a way that it's focusing on Warzone 2 and DMZ, and then it's like Modern Warfare 2 is the extra thing. Like, I don't know, this is kind of weird. But maybe the way they're structuring it like this is because you actually have to own Modern Warfare 2 in order to play raids. But we'll talk more about that in a sec. One of the first things they mention here is that with the mid-season update, there will be double XP and finally double weapon XP. So hey, if you still got some weapons to level up, or maybe you're brand new to the game, that is definitely going to be the time to be grinding multiplayer and getting your weapons leveled up, because the weapon level progression and even just regular progression in Modern Warfare 2 is pretty slow. To celebrate this new update, double XP and double weapon XP will be active across all platforms during its extended launch weekend from the 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific time to December 19th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. And it looks like PlayStation owners get that extra day of double XP and double weapon XP starting a day earlier on the 14th. Big surprise there. So if you have Modern Warfare 2 on PlayStation, you'll get an extra day totaling to about 5 days of double XP and double weapon XP. And for everyone else, you still get 4 days. It's pretty good. Prior to the launch of Season 1 Reloaded, expect patch notes with details on all technical changes, including major fixes and balance tuning. Patch notes can be found here. Now, I don't think we're actually going to have brand new patch notes quite yet. Yeah, we still don't have it quite yet. This is still just Season 1 patch notes. But I'm sure all of us are really looking forward to seeing all of the changes that will be coming with Season 1 Reloaded, because we haven't gotten a lot of communication from Infinity Ward, and this is like the closest thing we'll get. They're specifically mentioning technical changes, major fixes, and balance tuning, so we can only really speculate. As far as it goes for weapon balancing, from what I've seen from Season 1, the changes were really not all that drastic, although the M16 buff was actually pretty decent, but most of the other weapon balancing was actually just pretty minor changes. But they are saying technical changes and major fixes, so we'll have to see exactly what that is when they drop those patch notes. They're saying that Raven is handling Warzone 2 Battle Royale updates, and Infinity Ward is going to handle Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and the DMZ beta. Yeah, I think that went without saying, but that's just so you know exactly who handles what. As for the highlights, Season 1 Reloaded brings action on all fronts in Warzone 2. Expect a brand new tactical experience for DMZ and a limited time mode built for Modern Warfare FC fans. Modern Warfare 2 will challenge trios with the first ever raid and will bring chaos with the debut of a reimagined Shipment. And across both games, there will be 2 new operators, a new primary weapon to unlock, and more. Yeah, they actually dropped this episode of the first raid for Modern Warfare 2. I might have some of that gameplay going on as I talk about it. I'm not about to sit here and fake a reaction to it because I've already seen the video. It was pretty awesome. So the first Spec Ops raid is called Atomgrad, I'm pretty sure. Grab 2 of your best squad mates and help Price, Farah, and Gaz uncover the secrets held within a highly fortified enemy facility. It also says Shipment incoming, which I'm pretty sure a lot of us have been waiting for. Now on the high seas, get ready to complete the rest of those camo challenges or cause general chaos in this frenetic favorite for core multiplayer modes. Yeah, those are just kind of like the brief summaries, but now they dive deeper into all of these things. So here's some more info on the first Spec Ops raid. It takes place in Urzikstan. It says, on the trail of their missing team, Price, Farah, and Gaz make a grim discovery in an underground bunker. Continuing from the events of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, the first Spec Ops raid is something that will take, in the words of the captain himself, violence and timing. Those who successfully complete this raid will unlock a familiar face as a brand new operator to use in multiplayer in Spec Ops, as well as in Warzone 2. It will also unlock a harder difficulty playlist that will test even veteran operators. You can expect to find plenty of intel that awards additional cosmetic items, in addition to some intriguing data it provides about the Modern Warfare 2 universe. Now, I did glance over this blog post before recording, and it is confirmed that by completing this first Spec Ops raid, you will unlock Gaz for all of the different modes across Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and DMZ. As far as it goes for additional cosmetic items, I don't think we have exact information on what that's going to be. It could be some really cool weapon skins, or it could just be an emblem. We'll have to wait and see. I do think it's actually very interesting that you'll be able to unlock a harder difficulty playlist for completing the first raid. I'm kind of hoping that this is like Destiny raids, where if you complete the hardest difficulty, you can get even better rewards. But this kind of information is still up in the air because we don't have the specifics yet and we can't play it yet, but we'll figure it out sooner or later. Now they have this section here called Preparing for the Raid. In order to access the raid, you have to have a raid key. And here's the different ways that you can get the raid key. You either have to complete a specific daily challenge, either in multiplayer or Spec Ops, place within the top 20 in any Warzone 2 Battle Royale playlist, or in DMZ, use the final extract helicopter with at least $30,000 in cash. cash. Once a raid key is earned, that player and whatever squad mates they choose to bring in can access the raid for a full week. Now, I did briefly mention this at the start of the video, but you will have to own Modern Warfare 2 in order to play the Spec Ops raid. So if you are someone who only has Warzone 2 free-to-play access, you're going to have to buy the full game in order to play this. So as far as it goes for deciding which of these challenges to do in order to get the raid key, I'm going to assume that the easiest way to get a raid key is just by doing the multiplayer challenge. I think it'll ultimately depend on whatever the Spec Ops challenge is, but that might not be that difficult to do as well. Placing in the top 20 for Warzone 2 or trying to extract in DMZ with at least $30,000 in cash will be a little bit more challenging, at least I assume. Because some of the daily challenges in multiplayer can be so easy. It might be like you get 3 headshots with your secondary weapon. I mean, come on. That should be the easiest way to get the raid key. But moving on from raid keys, Infinity Ward also has some tips for getting ready for the raids. They're essentially suggesting to play Spec Ops before you try to do the raids because you also have to rank up your kits. Because the different kits that you use in Spec Ops have a lot of different perks and advantages and stuff. So yeah, you might want to actually play some Spec Ops before you dive into this. They specifically say to get familiar with how agents fight against you, how Spec Ops kits work, and the general strategies for completing a Spec Ops run through its shorter missions. Completing them and earning stars give you some permanent rewards as well, making this practice worth your time. Because raids are part of Special Ops, it uses the kit system. Having a high tier kit means accessing those additional passive and active benefits during a raid, increasing your options for survival and progression through it. So in a nutshell, play Spec Ops a little bit before you attempt the raids because they're probably going to be a lot more difficult. And some of those perks that you get from leveling up the kits are actually really good. But yeah, moving on to multiplayer, Shipment is coming back. One of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty history is reimagined for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer.
Oh my gosh, it's a cat.
Does anything else really need to be said? I mean, yeah, Shipment is coming into Modern Warfare 2. It's obviously going to be a safe haven for those who are trying to do camo challenges or just get a shit ton of kills. Although I will say it's pretty interesting how they're mentioning going on the outer boundaries of the map and how you'll probably just drown and die if you try to do that. It'll be really interesting to see if you will be able to explore outside of Shipment or if you will just die, but I'm pretty sure this could open some possibilities to some glitches. But if one Shipment map was not enough, there's also going to be a Christmas themed version of Shipment. However, it is limited time and this visual overhaul is only going to be around from December 21st until January 4th next year. Those on the naughty list won't have to fret over any mythological creatures during this holiday season. The only threats here are your fellow operators looking to get camos that shine brighter than tinsel. So yeah, unlike Call of Duty Vanguard, there's not going to be Krampus running around. And now it kind of makes sense that they mentioned the off-the-map boundaries section of the blog post right here because you could do that in Vanguard's version of Shipment. Looks like you might be losing that in this version of Shipment. But yeah, now we're moving on to some Warzone 2 updates. There's going to be a new location called Building 21, and it says find a way into this restricted, redacted, and redacted. Okay, so they're not really giving too much information there. There's also going to be the Warzone Cup and Mini Royale for a limited time, so we have some new LTMs coming up. This is the first picture that we get of the new area for DMZ and Warzone 2. It says new keys have appeared in Al Mazrah, but where do they lead? Its location is classified. Its benefactors are unknown. But one thing is for certain about the clandestine biological laboratory codenamed Building 21. Only the strongest operators may survive, let alone access one of the deadliest areas of DMZ. Players will need redacted to access redacted. I mean, is it literally just players will need the raid key to access the raid area? That's kind of what it seems like here. It says, with this great risk comes great reward. High-tier contraband can be found throughout the building, especially in safes and special areas that require keycard access.
What other secrets await you in this facility?
Hopefully some legendary stat-changing variants.
I'm kidding. Hopefully this high-tier contraband stuff is actually worth it. Pretty sure as we scroll down, they're going to be talking about the new assault rifle that's coming to the game, which is the Chimera, which is basically the honey badger from Call of Duty Ghosts. As we scroll through the Call of Duty blog post, they're not going to explicitly say it, but I'm pretty sure you're going to have to do something regarding this area in order to unlock and get the Chimera. But we'll get to that in a second. So here's our upcoming LTMs. We have the Warzone Cup and Mini Royale. This one actually looks super awesome. It says, following the Modern Warfare FC Support a Team feature and the release of 3 limited time operator bundles, Season 1 Reloaded will complete the hat trick of football festivities, or soccer special features, with Warzone Cup. This LTM brings 2 teams of 3 operators to the Al Asima Field, home of one of the league rivals to Al Mazrah's football club. Here they will have special ATVs with a pulse ability to push a massive football into the other team's goal. Collect and toss shock sticks to stall your opponents or boost their enemy vehicles to ram them out of the way. The first team to score 5 goals or the team with the most goals at the end of the 5-minute time limit wins the match. Yeah, man, Warzone 2 is basically getting like a Rocket League LTM. This actually sounds like a lot of fun and I cannot wait to play this. I think it's gonna be awesome. And then it says here, for more traditional Battle Royale fans, Season 1 Reloaded also sees the return of Mini Royale, a tactical condensed variant of a standard Battle Royale. Expect fewer players but more compact safe zones in Al Mazrah right from the drop. Perfect for those looking to drop in and win within minutes or who want to test their abilities in closer quarters. Mini Royales are planned to be included as part of scheduled playlist updates. Yeah, we've seen this before in Warzone and I mean, it's pretty nice that it's coming back. For this next quick little summary, they're basically saying that gas and and Klaus as operators are coming into the game, as well as the new Chimera assault rifle, and there's also some new social features coming to the game. Okay, so we don't need to read all of this stuff about Gaz, but we do need to talk about how you're going to get him unlocked. It says complete the Adamgrad Special Ops raid to unlock Gaz and his convoy skin. Also available in the store bundle with the aquatic skin. Those who complete the raid and purchase the bundle will unlock the Grass Ops skin as a bonus reward. So there is a free route where if you complete the raid, you'll get a certain type of skin for Gaz for free, but you can also buy the store bundle, and if you do that and complete the raid, then you get an extra skin. I'm not exactly sure how you guys might feel about that. I know a lot of people were upset about the M13B only being unlocked in DMZ, and there's still actually no updates on the store bundle quite yet. But since Gaz is just an operator that you play as, and it's not a gun that you actually unlock, I don't think this is as big of a deal. And I'm pretty sure the whole reason Infinity Ward is doing this is to encourage people to try and play different things. That being said, hopefully at some point in the future, there will just be like a multiplayer and Warzone challenge that you can do to get the skin. Same thing with the M13B and any other content they have planned. And as far as it goes for the Klaus skin, you can only buy him as a bundle, so that's how you'll have to get him. I've already got the Infinite Warfare Ethan bundle, so I don't really care about any other skins. At least not currently, and I don't think Snoop Dogg is going to be coming to this game, so I think I'm set. But this is what we've all been waiting for, the new assault rifle, the Chimera. With an integrated suppressor and slow, high-energy subsonic 300 BLK rounds, the Chimera is adept at close quarters combat. Subsonic ammo hides kill skulls from the enemy team. We'll see if this is actually true. I think it's actually been debunked that the blackout rounds don't actually hide the enemy's skulls. That's like an inaccurate description, but hopefully it's actually fixed by the time this comes out. But yeah, the description says this weapon is built for keeping operators completely off the grid. Given the lack of visible tracers, hidden skull indicators, and suppressed fire, the Chimera is useful against both enemy operators and agents, the latter of which are less aware and coordinated when it comes to silent attacks. As the description suggests, the Chimera's effective range is shorter than most assault rifles, making it a more powerful and silent alternative to the faster firing M13B from the same platform. So long as the operator behind it can stay on target, the Chimera can be a versatile force in most short to mid-range engagements, potentially making it a good complement to a rifle or LMG suited for longer ranges in an overkill loadout. So how do you unlock it? Weapon challenge or via store bundle? Yeah, man, they're really not giving us specifics this time around, because with the M13B, they said that you specifically had to complete the DMZ challenge in order to get the weapon unlocked. But here, they're just saying weapon challenge. I don't know if this is necessarily because of the potential backlash, because of what happened with the M13B in DMZ. So my advice to you guys, if you don't want to spend money on this gun, is to actually play some Spec Ops and get ready for the raid if you want to go the free route. I would say with how Infinity Ward has been treating this game, there's a pretty good likelihood that you're going to have to do the raid in order to get this gun as well. There's always the possibility that they'll go easy on us and that there will be a multiplayer and Warzone challenge, but they might also just not do that. So yeah, that's just my advice. Get ready to do the raid, or save up some money for the store bundle. Although it's really weird because we don't have the store bundle for the M13B yet, so we don't know when this is coming. They do show off some featured bundles that will be coming to the game, but I don't think it explicitly says what guns might be in these bundles. Klaus here is holding a sniper, so we can't make any assumptions off that. They also talk about this Dunestalker Pro Pack, but the dude is holding a sniper in this picture, and the description only mentions 2 weapon blueprints for an SMG and a sniper. So it's not that one either, and we also have the Year of the Rabbit bundle. Okay, so I actually read this one over, and I think the Year of the Rabbit bundle is where you can buy the Chimera. This is a Chinese New Year bundle, and it has the Zodiac Rabbit operator skin for Zemo, as well as 2 weapon blueprints, the Dash of Luck high capacity SMG, and the Toki, which is based off the new weapon available within the mid-season update. So I'm pretty sure that this bundle is going to have the Chimera. Or the M13B. I mean, they didn't explicitly say, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Chimera.
Come here, Toki.
They're also introducing a new social feature, which we've actually had before, but I think it's actually great that this is coming back into the game. Accessible via the social menu, groups allow you to find or create communities of fellow COD players, up to 5,000 in a single group, based on similar interests. You can set your preferences based on the different modes that you play, whether that's Battle Royale, DMZ, or multiplayer. You can also have it set to veterans only or new player friendly. So essentially, you can have your group set to noobs, or you can get the veteran from the US. Vibe-based group, you can have out-of-game interests such as entertainment, gaming, or sports. Okay, that's pretty neat. Community-based groups, defining the tone of the group, such as how they play the game, whether it's competitive or just for fun, or when they play, whether that's on the weekends or every single day. There's also other categories to define your group outside of the game, like whether you're affiliated with a streamer or the CDL. I think having a group up to 5,000 people will be really cool, especially with all these different parameters that you can set for the group. It says here groups are also defined by their main language and their privacy settings, so that's pretty interesting as well. Once a group is made, there's also dedicated text channels where you you can chat with everyone that's in your group. This actually sounds great. I love it when they expand the social features in Call of Duty. They didn't mention this in the description, but it does show in this picture that there is a total of 5 groups, so I think that might be the max that you can join. I do know for a fact that if you sub to my Twitch or if you join the YouTube channel as a member, you will have access to a special group that we'll use for open lobbies. So yeah, this will just make it even easier to organize things. They do have a combat record update here, but this does not pertain to Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer. This is just for Warzone 2, and I don't know how people feel about this. With Season 1 Reloaded, there's going to be a combat record for Warzone 2, but it's not going to track any of your stats from before the Season 1 Reloaded update. So if you got a lot of kills, or if you've got a lot of wins, or maybe you completed the new contract, I don't think this combat record update is going to have any of that progress from before. That is pretty brutal. But last, this is the moment of truth, and they didn't even really have a spotlight on this, but this is one of the best parts of the Season 1 Reloaded update.
The LA Thieves skin has been nerfed.
Dude, this makes me so happy. They didn't even have to say anything. The fact that they just showed this picture and there's more red accents that make the CDL skin stand out more is just so beautiful. Bro, I'm doing my best to like hold back my excitement. I don't want to make people feel too bad because I know that there's actually a lot of people who bought this skin, and I'm well aware of the fact that there are people who bought the LA Thieves CDL skin because they actually just liked how it looked. But look at it this way. You actually get more color. This is a nicer looking skin. So don't refund it and prove that you were not just buying this skin for an advantage. Which apparently, if you want to get a refund on this skin, currently the only places you can get a refund for the skin are on Battle.net and Xbox for whatever reason. I don't know if you can get a refund on PlayStation or Steam. Now, I don't know about you guys, but if you bought this LA Thieves CDL skin and then you got a refund after you found out unofficially that it's going to actually have these brighter red accents, that kind of says a lot about you as a player. Rat scumbag! They have some more stuff here about CDL and a watch party. I'm not going to go super in depth on that. There's some stuff about the Call of Duty Mobile World Championships. They got a code bowl, all that kind of stuff. I mean, the CDL team packs are on sale. I mean, that's not even what it's going to look like anymore. That is so hilarious. Looks like they might also have some limited time, like Christmas themed Call of Duty merch. Let's check it out. Let's see if it's actually live. They just have these two? Holiday care package? That can't be it. I thought there was going to be more than this. Oh, they do have some. Look, Stay Frosty. Jingle Hells came to slay. Oh my god, you can get an Orion camo watch band. When I get Orion camo unlocked, I'll treat myself with that. Wait, oh, those compression shorts are pretty sick, dude. I actually kind of liked some of the stuff they have on here. Nope, I take it back. Me coming after the LA Thieves CDL skins. And yeah, man, as far as it goes for the whole CDL skin, this is not officially confirmed. It's just in this picture, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen. But Charlie's also mentioning here that apparently Activision can update, replace, or remove any in-game content at any time. So yeah, man, if you really want your refunds, good luck. But lastly, I did want to give you guys an update on the whole Microsoft buying Activision thing. I did talk about it quite a bit in my last video, but Charlie also put out this tweet saying, in a weird turn of events, the EU states to MLEX that Microsoft actually never offered concessions for the Bethesda agreement. This is a direct quote from them. It says that Microsoft didn't make any commitments to EU regulators not to release Xbox exclusive content following its takeover of ZeniMax Media. However, the EU declines to say how their own investigation is going. Their decision is coming end of March. So what exactly does this mean? What essentially happened here is that Microsoft might have made some statements that led people to believe that certain Bethesda games were going to still be multi-platform, but they didn't actually get it in writing, so they just went ahead and actually made some games Xbox exclusive. Now, I'm sure we're going to see a lot more information about this kind of stuff coming out when all of this goes to court. This kind of evidence could be enough to get Microsoft out of this sticky situation, but I do want to say it's not great that they might have publicly made some kind of statement saying that they were going to still have some of these Bethesda games be multi-platform, but since it wasn't in writing and they didn't have a legal obligation to do so, that they just made these games Xbox exclusive anyway. But overall, and especially once this goes to court, this is actually kind of looking more in Microsoft's favor. And I do apologize because I forgot to mention this in the last video as well, but a lot of people have also been pointing to Minecraft as a good example of Microsoft actually sticking to their word and not limiting the platforms that Minecraft can be on. If I'm not mistaken, the games that Microsoft released that were Xbox exclusive are really not as large as Minecraft is, and especially not Call of Duty. So when it comes to this entire conversation, I kind of feel like Minecraft is a better example of how Microsoft handles these things. And just as a quick reminder from the last video, if this deal does go through and Microsoft acquires Activision, they have offered an agreement to Steam, Nintendo, and Sony to keep Call of Duty on those platforms for at least 10 years. And as of now, Steam and Nintendo have accepted the agreement, but Sony has not. I'm pretty sure that Sony is going to love the absolute hell that Microsoft is going to have to go through in order to actually acquire Activision and then have the rights to Call of Duty. My best guess is that Sony is going to wait for all of that stuff to kind of blow over, and then if Microsoft actually does acquire Activision, then they'll probably accept that 10-year deal. Man, at this point, I really don't know exactly how this court case is going to be. I'm definitely leaning more towards Microsoft actually winning this case against the FTC and then having this deal go through. And how things currently stand, it seems like that would be the best direction for Call of Duty, because Sony doesn't even own Call of Duty, and they're very controlling of what happens with the series, whereas Microsoft actually wants to expand Call of Duty's reach and continue to grow the game. But just like all of the changes coming to Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 Reloaded, we're going to have to wait and see. So with that being said, thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me talk about the Season 1 Reloaded updates coming to Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, as well as some other stuff too. If you guys did enjoy this video and you're looking forward to Modern Warfare 2 Season 1 Reloaded, make sure to drop a like. I'll see you guys later. Ooh. Oh, come on, what?